Coming to you from the heart of the Dirty 30, it's South Alabama's #1 podcast, Drive Time with DJ and KJ.
Good Thursday morning. Yeah, I'll wake up away from the weekend. Welcome to Drive Time, the best worst show ever. Good morning, Doug O'Barr. Aaron Brown's in. Good morning to you. Hot Rod. Good morning, sir. Johnny Sims. Good morning. Tracy Miller. Good morning, Tracy. Gord's in. Good morning, Gord. Lori Woodard, good morning to you. Sandy Townsend, good morning. Jesse James, good morning, Jesse James.
Morning, Jesse.
Danny Smith's in, good morning to you. Morning, Lee. Good morning, Miss Peters. Sandy Kirkland, good morning to you. Amanda Gwynn, good morning. And I agree. Smiles help. Good morning, Naomi Lindsay. Good morning, Miss Gail. Let's see here. Raj Zinn, good morning to you, sir. John Blair, good morning. Good morning, Earl. Morning, Jesse James. It's already said, good morning, Miss James.
Good morning, Mother.
Good morning, Miss James. And if you haven't noticed yet, we will be going from left to right on your radio dial. Good morning, Ken Wood.
Good morning, DJ. I'll tell you what, man, that I have enjoyed that saying for many, many, many moons now.
Inside Municipal Stadium, once again. Feels good. Feels right.
Yeah, I was going to say, the crazy thing is, and you said this a little earlier, hopefully we get to do this, get into Municipal Stadium and play a little football this opening season. But
we've decided we're playing. Drive Time, for whatever influence we have, we've decided we're playing.
Well, there you go. And they don't like it, we'll call the governor.
Governor, please.
And no, we weren't on yesterday because we called the governor. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
We were sent to the corner. We were in timeout.
They put us in timeout.
Some very nice gentlemen from the state police showed up yesterday, and we were in timeout for a morning. But
no, that's not quite how it went. But hey, you never know what can happen too. So, good morning, Joshua Gibson, Miss Carol. Good morning, Miss Carol. Sandy Kirkland, smile. That's right. Today, at someone, you never know what they're going through. There you go. That's a great way to start the morning for sure. Good morning, Timmy Wiggins, Tracy Steele. Good morning, Drive Time fam. Megan Ferreira. Good morning to you. Susie Bush. Good morning, PGP. Good morning, Wendy Williamson, and Jennifer Gugler. Good morning to you. I don't know if you saw that post that was made by Rick Wilson about the guy that stopped him at Murphy's.
I did.
Did you read that?
I read a lot of Rick Wilson stuff. Rick is
I do too.
He's gifted in terms of sharing his thoughts in print like that.
Yes, he is.
I can't say, if I said I stalked his page, that'd probably be a little too strong, but I visit it frequently because he's very gifted in that sense.
He is, and I was that post he made about that guy stopping him and talking to him and praying with him in the parking lot there, he made a good point. You never know. You just don't know who that was.
Yeah, right.
And I think let me say this. I took from reading that post, you may want to treat everyone in a way that you'd want to be treated, or your mom or whoever would want to be treated, because you just don't ever know who you are talking to.
Well, let me give a little warm, fuzzy feeling here real quick. And somebody posted earlier, you just mentioned it, I'm not sure who it was, about you never know what a smile may do for somebody or what a kind word may do for somebody if you have a chance to offer them. And Rick has alluded to that a couple of different times. Well, 25 years ago, I had made a poor decision and had found myself in a bad place. Emotionally, mentally, I was in a bad spot. I'd always known Rick Wilson. Had known him most of my life, was certainly not in his peer group, certainly didn't run around with him. And during this time, I had several people that were in my circle that kind of rallied around me and supported me, lifted me up. And you kind of expect that from your friends.
Right.
I got the kindest letter from Rick Wilson, and it was totally unexpected. I said, well, this is strange. Well, anyway, I got it, and of course, I've read it. I still have it, and I've read it probably I don't know, 100 times maybe since then. But that gesture by him got me to where I needed to be in terms of
pushing you over the top.
Yeah. I mean, and it was, it probably wasn't that big of a deal to him, but it certainly was to me. And it's just another testament that you just never know. Kindness is never a bad thing.
No.
To extend it, you never know how that may redirect a situation. In my case, it did, and I'll never forget Rick doing that for me. And he'll always be a special person to me because of that.
Yeah, I tell you what, I enjoy his posts for sure, and like you said, he is gifted. I mean, he writes some really really well written posts. Randy Bell, she can't handle you guys.
Did you see the state representative who said she looked a little thick? A little heavy at her press conference?
That was a state school board member.
That's what it was. State school board member.
Yes.
That kind of became a big deal.
I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. Have we, I would say evolved, but I'm going to say devolved. Have we devolved into that?
In that instance, we did.
I mean, man.
Governor's a little thick.
That was crazy. I mean, I'll tell you what, certainly I wanted to ask her about a permit for, Champions Highway.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't want to get into the fact of what size dress or pants she was wearing.
Sure.
And I was kind of shocked that somebody that's supposed to be in a professional position like that would make such a statement. I mean, that's unbelievable to me.
He went there.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. Anyway, good morning, Jamie Halsey. Jesse Rigby, good morning, Jesse. Melanie French, good morning to you. Darlene Mulder, good morning. Jenny Carter, good morning, Jenny. Jenny Ackerman, good morning to you as well. Chevy Ann, good morning, Chevy Ann. Demetria Nettles, good morning. Tracy says, we should always treat people as we want to be treated. That's a fact. Ashley said, good morning from the sweatshop. Well, if you got Georgia out there sweating, she claims you don't want to work, and then you claim she don't want to. Which is it? Do we know, DJ? Which one is it that's pushing another one to work?
Sweatshop.
I
could have swore I locked my house up this morning when I left.
Come on, man.
I have to swing right by, I guess.
Refresh your screen there, Susie. I think it's on your end. And look, service around here is always a question for sure. Well, thank you, Sandy Kirkland. We appreciate that. Jesse James says Governor Ivey's response was classic.
She came back. She sure did.
She hit back hard, didn't she?
She came back.
I mean, can you blame her? Listen, we know that our waist sizes are overextended. We don't mind talking about it and sharing it. And, I don't know how many times people have seen us eat on this show. I know it's been multiple. You know what I mean? But to call the governor to talk like that is just it's not even just disrespectful to the position. It's disrespectful to her. It's disrespectful as a professional. And I got to tell you, I don't know that. Like I said, I don't care about the politics. Take all that out of it. I just mean just being a good person. I mean, you just don't.
Yeah.
That's kind of lines you don't cross. What's the old saying? You don't ask a lady about how old she is or mention anything about what size she is. I read a thing one time that said, I don't know where it was at either. It said, you can never, ever win a game of when your wife or significant other asks you, notice anything different about me lately?
Slippery slope.
You can't do it. That's for sure.
I got some information. I got good information on the COVID testing at urgent care.
Good morning, Connie B. There's the professor in. You think we've had enough rain? I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way. I just saw. Anyway, good morning, Sarge. You go ahead, DJ. I'm sorry.
Spoke to a longtime friend yesterday, and he had gotten sick or had experienced some symptoms while he was at the beach the first part of the week.
Okay.
As a precautionary measure, he works in a place that comes in contact with a lot of people. He went to go get tested yesterday morning.
Okay.
He got to the urgent care at 5:30, 5:40 a.m.
Wow.
He was number 35 in line. There were, by his guesstimation, 85 to 90 people there.
Already?
Yeah.
At
no,
5:30?
No, after him.
Oh, staggered out.
Yeah.
Okay.
They came out at 8 o'clock, or excuse me, they came out at 7:30 handing out pieces of paper that would admit you and get you tested. They're only taking 50 a day. So after the 50 were handed out, he said 35 to 40 people had to get in their car and leave. He got there at 5:35, 5:40. He's number 35. He got in to get tested at 2:40.
Wow.
So he pulled a shift sitting in he took his lawn chair and took a book.
Wow. So,
And I'm saying that to say this. I came by today, and it's the same number that's up there again today. So they're doing 50 a day.
So, I guess I'm, And
here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Of the 50 people in line, and this guy's lived here his whole life. He works in the public. He sees people. He sees hundreds every day.
Sure.
Didn't recognize one person.
Well, that's what I was about.
Did not recognize a person.
That's exactly what I was about to ask. Are the people that are going up there? Did he mention whether or not he may have had conversations or something? Are the people that are going up there to get tested, are they being sent, or are they just going out of the fact that they want to go get tested?
He didn't say. I didn't ask that question. He's kind of like me. Some of the strangest things irritate him.
Yes.
He said that he took his chair and he took his book and he's sitting there and he could not get over how, and he said they're all adults. He said he could not get over how everybody had their volume on their phone pegged out to the max and they were watching their own separate videos all around him. He said there was no earpieces. There was nobody trying to, to do their own deal.
No courtesy.
No courtesy. So he said he's sitting there trying to read and he finally just slammed his book up.
What do you call it? Personal space.
Yeah,
There was. So
he was there for 9.5 hours before he got in.
So every time I go by there and see that line, of course, people are wearing masks and things, but I don't see much social distancing going on.
He said there was an effort made to space out once they culled it down to 50.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you, and I don't know what this says about me. I'm not sitting up there for 9.5 hours. I'm not. I will self-diagnose. I may do a self-quarantine. I'm not sitting up there for 9.5 hours to get tested.
Yes. No. I don't. I wouldn't be in on that either. So, good morning, Miss Wanda Green. Let's see here. Sharon Stearns, good morning to you. PGP says they also do a few in the afternoon, so you can go at 5 or 6 and walk right in. Was your friend negative or positive, DJ? That's hard you asked.
He was negative.
Connie B says some local, many from surrounding area / the Florida area.
Well, he said he didn't recognize a soul.
Will Kyles, good morning to you, sir. Amanda Gwynn hit it on the head. I'd rather be fluffy and happy than slim and miserable.
There you go. I like that.
That's right. That is here's the thing. I don't know what the situation in Florida is as far as getting tested and instant testing and all that kind of thing. Certainly, you would think that with that many people coming, if this gentleman didn't recognize, many people locally, certainly you would think that, that says a lot about what's going on in our total area. And I guess I can move into this. The governor yesterday announced that we're going to continue to mask up until August 31st.
That's what she says.
She also mandated that I think she said second grade through 12th grade or above, I guess, is going to mask up as well for schools. did you see where Monroe County came out and said they were going to be virtual for the first 9 weeks?
Yeah, and that seems to be a
Trend.
Yeah, I've seen some other school systems that are doing the same.
I have too. What do you think about that? You think that's Monroe County, I would think, would be like a Escambia County and have some very outlying areas.
Well, we talked about just the mess this has created.
Sure.
And the people who have to make decisions.
Sure.
I have another good friend who has a school-age child who has asthma. And these parents went up and spoke with one of our local administrators and said, okay, if Johnny over here tests positive, are you going to be able to quarantine him or the other kids? If my kid's one of them is sitting at their little pod of tables, what does that do to him? And because of HIPAA laws, I can't share with you that, hey, Johnny's positive.
That's right.
So, the administrator is doing what he has to do in this instance. The parent who has a concern for his kid who has, somewhat of a little health issue that could make him more vulnerable has to do what he has to do.
Right.
And they're going to virtual for 9 weeks just because and nobody's wrong there.
No.
It's not about who's wrong, who's right. It's just the mess that this is. And it's just, it's not going to get better tomorrow.
No.
I think once you have, 2 weeks into the school system, I think we'll have a better feel for what's going to happen.
One thing that in talking to Dr. Varner and John Knott when we had them in, one thing that we talked about in the plan of reopening, neither school system has a finite number. A number of kids or faculty, teachers, whatever, that it will take to just have to shut the school down. And that somewhat concerns me in that, in my opinion, if you have one kid or one teacher or one whatever that tests positive, we know as this thing has went on, there are going to be more that test positive because of it.
Well, there's a little more new information that's come out on that.
Okay.
As of yesterday.
Okay, well, I didn't know that then.
I read the article on AL.com, and Dr. Mackey was in it.
Okay.
And they asked him, what is the magic number when you punt?
Okay.
And he initially acknowledged there is not a number on paper per se.
Right.
But what the general consensus is if 20% of your school is out, then you shut it down.
I read an article that said that the push was on to open schools only in areas, states, counties, that kind of thing, that had a lower percentage of positive cases going on. I want to say that percentage was around 4 to 5% of the population of the specific county or maybe state.
Yeah.
The article I read said that Alabama was at 14% of the population. So, again, I'm not trying to say, that we're making decisions for the school systems here. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, so basically, is that total population, total student population, or total? How
he was?
What did he base that off?
He was talking about the state schools shutting down. If the feedback coming back is we have 20% of our schools having kids that are tested positive and out, then we're powering down.
I think that happens in 5 days.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree.
I'm sorry to say that, and I'm not trying to invoke fear. I don't mean that.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes but 5 days for that to happen.
I think it's going to happen quick. The only way, this is my opinion.
Sure.
The only way the positive test numbers go down right now is if you quit testing. As long as you're testing,
they're going to go up.
They're going to go up. And I don't think there's any way around that. I appreciate the safeguards, and I'm going to do my part. I'll wear my mask out in public.
Sure. Me too.
I don't like wearing it, but I wear it because that's what we're asked to do, and I'm going to be a team player.
That's right.
But I think as long as you're testing, and it seems like that decisions are being made on positive test results.
Sure.
Well, you keep testing, they're going to keep being positive.
They're going to keep their positive test is going to come back.
Yeah.
And secondly, it doesn't look like that to me anyway. Doesn't look like that according to the Alabama Department of Health, the numbers that come out every day, they don't look like they're going down.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that did kind of concern me was on Tuesday, the number of deaths went down by 2.
Yeah. Well, and then it's back at 14.
Well, it went back up 1.
Yeah.
As of either yesterday today or yesterday, they report again today at 10 a.m. So it'd be interesting to see. But you see the number of tests that go up every day as well. Yeah. So I mean, like you said, you keep testing, you're going to have that. And 20%. You think about it. Did he happen to mention how many total of what the student population or faculty and student population in the state is? If
he did, I didn't see that.
I just was trying to figure what 20% of what would be.
I usually read every fourth word.
Right.
That's just...
So, you're under the TLDR rule.
Yeah.
Too long didn't read. I get it.
I'm more of a scanner than I am actually a reader.
Right. Let's see here. Let's see. Danny Smith said went over the river bridge yesterday. Not a soul to be seen. Well, we may have to get back on that too. Ashley said the only place you'll spend that much time waiting is the courthouse trying to get a star on your license. What's the star?
I have no idea.
I don't know what that is either. Of course, Timmy, let's see. We talked about that. Sherry Weaver, I want to say this too. We forgot to mention the other day. Not forgot. I didn't know it until after the show. You mentioned it. Happy belated birthday, Sherry. We did miss that the other morning. Let's see here. Sarge says a lot of those have to be treated by the school or by mail-in tests directly from the school. Tim Reeves says, I was told Florida is sending people here because our urgent care is the only place in the area that has rapid testing. Lots of workers being tested. Okay, well, that makes sense. Let's see.
With the mask mandate that is out, and once again, I scan as opposed to read more times than not. Does that mean if we have a high school football game at Municipal Stadium, if you're in attendance as a fan, you're expected to have a mask on?
Absolutely.
I would think that would hurt attendance.
Jesse James says that Dr. Mackey said that is for things like the flu. The number for COVID will be less than 20%. I don't know. I mean, so maybe she can expand on that some. Things like, I don't know what you mean. Things for what? Like 20% of people that positive for the flu? I'm not following what you're saying, Jess. Let's see.
What is this star with the driver's license? Danny says it's ridiculous. I guess I've missed that.
I don't know what that means either. I don't know that I have one on my. Well, I don't have my wallet on me, but I don't know that I have one. Brandy Bell said it best. By the time it's 20%, it could be much worse.
And probably will be.
Yeah, no doubt. One came back to life. This what couldn't understand that. Students need to be in school, but the inconsistency of opening and closing will be much worse. There's no logical reason not to hold off on opening. I agree with that. Ashley said that's some of that new math. There you go. I'm gonna tell you, I'm extremely disappointed in the. I'm extremely disappointed in the CDC. It seems like every day they have something new that contradicts what they said the day before, and that's every day. So that's crazy.
I'm getting some information on this star, and I'm just scanning. I'm not reading. I'm scanning. And how long has this been a thing? I mean, I didn't get the memo on it. You have to have a star on your license to travel?
I missed that memo too.
Thank God I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you have to do to get a star? Do you have to take a test?
I don't know. It says, Megan Ferrer said, I do believe the star will allow you to fly. You're very welcome, Sherry Weaver. There's Pup. Good morning, Pup.
Morning, Pup.
What do we think about high school sports being played? How many games do you think we'll play?
We're playing right now. We're inside Municipal Stadium.
Yeah,
we're getting this one in, Pup. No promises after today.
Butcher had a birthday as well. So happy belated birthday, Butch. Allison says the stars for travel and entry into federal buildings.
What do you got to do to get the star?
I don't know.
I'm not for this.
Danny says you need birth certificate, social security card, and 2 other forms of identification. How many other forms of identification can you have other than a birth certificate and a social security card? Hell, I don't even know if I know where my social security card is.
I'm not for this, and I haven't heard anything about it.
I mean, hopefully, if they know who you are, won't they just put a star on your license? I mean, I'll say, Doug, come on, man.
Wow.
We know each other. How have you two missed a star? I have no idea how we've missed it. I've missed it.
I've completely missed it. But my question is, how do you get the star? What do you have to do to put the star on the license?
Let's see. It is to prevent terrorism. Okay, so J.C. James said in the article he stated that they typically close schools for outbreaks of the flu when infection reaches 20%. The percentages for schools for COVID will be less than 20%. They're meeting Tuesday to discuss with health officials. Okay, thank you for clearing that up, Jess. It's to prevent terrorism, PGP says. Connie B says the star is an additional proof of identity so you can board an airplane. Have to have it later this year. After a certain date, Miss Carroll says, you'll have to have a star to fly. Have to take lots of different paperwork to prove you're a good citizen to get one. Take your DD-214. That's a military thing. And also, you're a veteran, put on the same to get a discount. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
They've been promoting the star for years, and I've missed it. I've
never heard of this.
This is the first time I've heard of the star.
Do we need to just shut this show down right now and just go back into our hole? Because I'm going to tell you something. Apparently, I've been living in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea this was going on. They've been promoting for several years. The deadline is this year. What? I mean, I've not. That's crazy.
I got a utility bill.
How have we missed this?
Will they accept a past due utility bill?
Will they accept a disconnect notice? Will they accept a invoice from AdamandEve.com?
Wow.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've never heard of it.
Just go to the courthouse and get it changed. Thank you, Todd. Todd says gun permit. So, hey, I've got a gun permit, so that's good. Star ID will have a gold star in the upper left corner to make them easily recognizable as a real ID compliant.
I am shocked.
Starting October 1st, 2021, every air traveler will need to present a real ID compliant license or another acceptable form of identification for domestic air travel.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting here today in shock.
Me too.
Absolute shock.
Sherry Weaver said she sat at the driver's license office for hours to get a star. I mean, I don't really. I have no words. Where have we been?
You know, I've seen probably a couple of hundred pieces of literature with regards to the census. Anytime pork chops go on sale at Big Bear, I get a flyer, and I've seen nothing about a star for a driver's license. That blows my mind.
Megan said they told her that when her daughter told her about it when her daughter got her permit.
Wow.
Connie B says take a passport and utility bill with name and address to the courthouse. Miss Carroll says bill to prove address. Careful, the star is microchip so they can track you. They're already tracking us, Leroy, with these phones. I mean, that's a fact. Sandy Kirkland, I haven't heard anything about it. I got my driver's license and I didn't get a star. Go to the probate office, PGP says. Just told you about the star several times. You don't always pay attention. If you did, I swear I don't remember anything about it. Let me say that. DD 214, 2 forms of ID, documents. T-Bone says take the documents to the courthouse or where you get your license renewed. Yeah, so we do need some education on this star. That's for sure. Best G-Paul says Florida's been doing it when you renew. Karen Peters says you need to get a star. You need a star to get on military bases, or you can. I mean, if you got a military ID, I know you can get on military base with that. Let's see. You take a number and get in line with everyone taking driver's test. So you got to go to the place they take driver's license tests to get this star. You can't go to the probate office?
They said the probate office.
Oh, okay. Okay. Melanie French says, info on the star upper right-hand corner of the license in Florida already has them. It is part of the Real ID, indicating that the license is Real ID compliant and part of the Real Act. Draw a star on there like Nighttown Animals. Hot Rod. You know, John used to do that for people.
Carol Thompson was our go-to.
It was? Yeah. You can get that. You can get it drawn.
She was great.
Yeah. Let's see. Susie says she loses her driver's license next month anyway. Wee says WM has fog spray to prevent glasses from fogging while wearing a mask.
Walmart.
Yeah. Enter middle entrance, first shelf on the left.
That's very detailed information, Weasel.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
Weez.
that.
Could you give us as detailed information on where that monkey was? Which road at Hog Springs? To the left, right, how far down? Maybe some GPS coordinates. Seems like it's an extra fee as well, of course. It costs you money to have this star put on your license?
That's what they're saying.
Really? Okay, so when you do that, do they renew it for another 4 years?
Look, I know nothing about it. This is, like I said, this is breaking news to me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm asking. I don't know either. Prepare for a long wait. Ashley said she sat on the steps in the basement for 6 freaking hours.
I tell you, we got some waiting people in this community.
I don't have that kind of patience.
I will not. I'll go rogue.
Professor Obar says a guy with 5 minors should have known this new law.
Come on, man. Hey.
Go ahead, Professor. I like the way you think, man. I like the way you think.
I'm a scanner. I hadn't seen it yet.
Sheila Madden says, race is on to the courthouse, taking bets on who gets it first. Miss Carol said, we got a flyer in the mail, probably threw it away as junk. I can assure you if I did, that's what I did with it. I mean, I didn't know anything about it. Sherry Weaver posted the link above. Thank you, Sherry. They made me take an eye exam. Oh, well, let me tell you this. As long as I wear my contacts, I'm good on that. If they tell me to take my contacts out, I will fail. Absolutely. 1,000% fail. Not probate office. You have to see trooper in the basement.
Is that a fact?
I don't know. I mean, I've got people saying probate office. You got people saying where they take drivers.
I go between.
Sherry Weaver said you had to see troopers you have to see the troopers to get the star.
I go between Destin and Auburn. I think I'm going to be fine with or without the star.
I got my FL license in 2019. I have a star in the upper right. That's what my Melanie French said. Good morning, Denise Finley. Wow, look at all the stuff Miss Carol just put up that says you can have, I guess, as proof. I think it's the DL office, not probate. Okay, so Randy Bell said Alabama Trooper's office. No, you have to go to the bottom, not the probate. Good morning, Renee Johnson. No, not probate. Okay, so folks with military IDs won't need no stinking star. Well, I've got a military ID, so I wonder if we can get by with that. School bus drivers get a star when they pass the CDL. Karen Peters. Wendy Hank says harder to get if you're a female and have been divorced. Wow. I wonder why that is. As usual, no respect. Thank you, Rodney Dangerfield. Melanie French said it didn't cost her any extra money. Allison Terrell said the driver's license office, she sat for almost 2 hours. They made her do a vision test as well. Ashley, I wear monovision contacts and almost failed. I wear contacts that have the bifocals built in them. I hope hope that works. They said it was free to do. Megan says, let's see. Good morning, Deacon. Louise Odom, good morning to you as well. Melinda Turner said the star is $23.50, I believe, and the star must be renewed every 4 years. Miss Carol says she did it in the basement. Connie B said you have to see the trooper. I have to go get, Naomi Lindsay said I have to go get tags today. Poor me lines. Melinda Turner said driver license office to get original renewal through the probate office. Okay. The second sandbar will require a star.
That's a negative.
I was going to say, have you got to have a star to get into the second sandbar?
You just have to come correct. That's all you got to do. You come correct and you'll have a big time.
I want to tell you something. Where the hell have we been?
I'm shocked. I'm sitting here shocked.
I mean,
in shock. I mean, this is a real thing.
I mean,
this is the first I've ever heard of.
Where have we been?
I don't know.
I mean, okay. I'm gonna take a line from DJ. I feel kind of concussed right now.
I know what's gonna dominate my conversations throughout the day. Anybody I come in contact with. Do you have the star?
I mean,
have you heard of this star?
Like, how does this happen? Where have we been? I thought we were supposed to be the purveyors of good and great information.
Well, I've been learned today.
I'll tell you this too. When I saw that article of Dr. Mackey, did you see how he was sitting with his iPhone up on a tripod and a little ring light above him? That means he can come in via video. Guess what? The next time we get Dr. Mackey on this program, which is I'm going to try to do next week, we're going to bring him in via video.
That'd be nice.
How about that? You think that'd be cool?
I wonder if he has a star.
We're going to ask him that. We're going to ask him, was he part of that decision-making process? I want to ask him what he thought when one of the state school board members wanted to talk about the governor's weight. I want to see he'll take that question. You know he will. I want to see what his answer is to that, only because he shies away from no question. Has he ever shied away from a question we ask him?
He has not.
Now, he has put us down for CNN.
Went on Rick and Bubba last week, too.
Yeah, he was, Rick and Bubba. Come on, man. Rick and Bubba? He
did.
He slid down a little bit on that deal. I'm not dogging Rick and Bubba. I'm just saying, Drive Time, Rick and Bubba. They're the two sexiest fat men alive. We're the best, worst show ever.
Measure them up.
Yeah. Sarge, you said, can we be done talking about the star? Absolutely. We certainly can. Maybe we've been on the second sandbar too long, as Wendy just pointed out.
You don't need it out there.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I just know that's crazy.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. But hey, that's, listen, it is what it is. So, let's see here. I want to ask this question. And the reason I'm asking it is because I don't understand, and maybe some of y'all can help me understand this. How is shutting down alcohol sales at 11 p.m., how does that help stop the spread of the virus?
Is that a thing? They stop serving alcohol at 11 p.m.?
Yes.
Every night of the week?
At restaurants and bars.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes. I'm not being smart either. I'm asking seriously, how does that help? I'm just not, is that because they say, okay, if they shut down the sale of everybody will leave? I don't, what happened prior to 11 p.m.? You know what I mean? If everybody was already in there, I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know what purpose that serves, so to speak.
I don't have an answer for it.
I don't either. Just not real sure. So, Ashley said, I bet this will be on the BMP News Network tonight. I bet it will. I wonder how that happens. But here's the thing. If you don't get on a plane, I'm taking it if you don't get on a plane and all that kind of, if you're just going in the Platinum Fusion, do you have to have a star?
I'm telling you, if we hadn't gone live this morning, I still wouldn't know about the start.
Me neither. If you,
And I think I see where PGP says they're going to extend it the next October. I didn't even know it was that we were on the clock.
yeah. Thank goodness. Thank you, Sandy Kirkland. She pointed out we're the best show, meaning the worst.
You need to get around more.
I mean,
Turn that dial.
has anyone found the money? No, they have not. They have not. And more on that later, Hot Rod. So, not just like I said, more on that later. Jennifer says, I hate when I get a phone call in the middle of the show and I miss stuff. Yeah, that's not good. Let's see. Bar sales stop at 11. Yeah, and again, it's going to help stop other viruses too. Yeah, well, that's a great point, Danny Smith. Let's see. Good morning, JoJo. Corn vending machine is coming. Delivery date August 24th-ish. Ditch the bag. How about that?
That'll be.
That's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Corn dispenser. That's crazy. I can't wait to see that thing in operation for sure. Lori says, I don't know, but there are some mad people at Sky Bar.
I bet.
I bet there's some mad people at a bunch of bars. Let's see. Leroy says, who called Meemaw fat? I'm assuming Meemaw is, he's talking like governor.
State school board member?
Yeah, as a state school board member. Mitch Radash, last order, 3 buckets at 10:45. Let's see. The hunt for the money, you got to float or a kayak. No, you don't have to do that. Sarge, you said, it actually says alcohol basically makes you more prone to ignore the rules. They believe you drink more after 11. And I've just got, Miss Carol has just sent me a flyer on this star issue. Well, I am glad to have that because I got to be totally honest with you. I had no idea. Let's see here. Yeah, I agree with that. An ignorant state school board member. That's who said it for sure. No, you didn't, DJ. Love you guys anyway. Thank you, Miss Sandy. Jake Hodge, just means we don't get to do more day drinking, or just means we get to do more day drinking.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. I don't know. Anyway, we put obviously Municipal Stadium sitting in the middle of this morning, as we had been talking about sporting events and that kind of thing. I know you've had a couple of conversations with Coach Hubbard and maybe some others around. As it stands right now, they look to kick it off just like normal. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. They've had a pretty good go of it in terms of people, staying healthy, and they put a lot of extra measures in place for cleanliness and trying to do their part to create a safe environment for all the kids. So I think up there right now on the campus at T.R. Miller, they're doing pretty good. So we'll just see if that holds.
Yes, I'm interested to see. Not interested. I mean, anxious to see. Touching on what you said earlier, I think having to sit in the bleachers with a mask on, I think, is going to hurt physical attendance at the games. Would you think that would be correct?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like wearing the mask. It's very, I've already made mention last week, I breathe different with it on. I don't know why, but I don't know if I've got a little bit of claustrophobia to me anyway. But if I have, having to be at a football game for 3 hours and wear it for 3 hours, that would be, I'm going to go. I'm going to certainly go and support our team, but it would be tough. It's not going to be pleasant.
You remember the other day when we were talking about Darren's brother going down the slip and slide?
Mm-hmm.
I found this and thought you'd be interested. Slip and slide sales are booming. I'm sure it's because of the video of Darren's brother going down. Whammo, who first introduced the fun water activity back in 1961, has seen sales jump 180% since April.
Wow.
The numbers make total sense as the virus has forced many public schools and water parks to close. Back in April, Todd Richards, the president of Whammo, said the company saw 10 consecutive days where sales doubled each day. As of now, the slip and slide is out of stock. Whammo's Frisbee sales jumped 500% in that same timeline, and its boogie boards spiked 300%.
And I haven't participated in any of those activities.
Me neither. But I do think that was quite interesting when we had a video put up of Mr. Darren's brother going down the slip and slide. So thought that was kind of interesting to note, or something to note. Let's see here. PGP said if you're going to drink all day, you got to start in the morning. That's a fact. Tiffany Presley, the older you get, you're passed out at 11, drinking or not. That's a great point, Tiffany. Let's see here. They have to remove the alcohol from tables by 11:32. Did you get Ashley's text?
I'm reading it right now. It looks like we're going to have a giveaway today.
We are?
Yep.
Okay. Well.
Mask, courtesy of so-and-so, Ashley Morris, and you can have your pick of your school emblem put on it. W.S. Neal, F. Camp, or T.R. Miller. She wants it to be school/sports-related trivia. One for each school.
One for Neal, one for Miller.
And one for Flomaton.
And one for F. Camp.
Yep.
Okay. Well.
These will be adult sizes. These will be for high school age students.
And she wants to be school or sports trivia related.
Yep.
Okay, so that means you're going to be asking.
Okay.
Because you are the guru when it comes to that kind of thing right there for sure. Ain't no time like the present. What you think?
Sure.
Wrong one. Let's give away. Which one you want to give away first? F. Camp, Miller, or Neal?
Since it's on such short notice, let's give away the T.R. Miller mask, courtesy of so-and-so and Ashley Morris.
Let's do it. And I guess, like I said, you're going to have to ask the question because you're going to know the answer.
Okay.
So hit it.
What year? I tell you, that's not specifically T.R. Miller related. That was more of a general question. Okay, this will be relatively easy. First correct answer that shows up on our screen, and of course we will screenshot it.
We will screenshot. Yes.
How many state championships has T.R. Miller won in football?
How many state championships has T.R. Miller won in football?
That's right.
That's what we're looking for.
We help connect Champions Highway from Atmore to Evergreen.
Yes. First correct answer on the screen. How about that? Connie B says she's got 2 Bruton t-shirts to add to the fun, any size, blue or gray.
Okay.
So we'll do that in a sec. We'll do that in addition to the masks. Let's see here. Still waiting. Just kick off that music one more time. How about that?
How many state championships?
Nope.
That is correct. We have a winner chicken dinner. You going to screenshot that?
I am. I got it.
PGP is the first one that showed the correct answer on our screen. The answer is 6.
That is correct.
And Renee Johnson, it would have been 7 had I not been playing. Dang it. What's the little movie that Robin Williams is in when they go back and play the game over? 30 years later, 20 years later, Bakersfield. And
what is the name of that?
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Golly.
6 is the correct answer.
It was kind of a strange movie, wasn't it?
Well, it was just cheesy. But,
Yeah.
He dropped the ball from Kurt Russell back in the day, and they went and replayed it, and then he caught it.
Golly, what was the name of that movie, man?
My story was a little different, but it was just as
Is it just as the ending was the same?
Yeah. Could have been 7. Should have been 7. I apologize to the guys of 86.
Let
I apologize.
I can't lay claim that I had any part of it, but actually should have been 8. Because because of a fourth overtime in Deschler, Alabama.
6 is the correct answer. PGP has picked up the mask courtesy of so and so. I'm assuming she's going to want the T.R. Miller mask, with her daughter being a junior, I believe, sophomore, junior.
One of the two.
Yeah. So PGP, we'll get you in contact with Ashley, and you win the mask today.
So Connie B came in and said she had 2 Bruton T-shirts, blue or gray.
Okay.
She wanted to add to the fun. Do we want to give one of those or give one of those away and then get back to the mask, or do the mask? What do we want to do?
We're done for the mask for the day.
Okay.
We're going to do one mask a day. Tomorrow we'll do the Needle, the Flomaton, and then the next week we'll pick up the other way.
On Friday, we're going to, tomorrow, which is Friday, Juvenelli Winery, we're going to give away a $10 gift certificate to Juvenelli.
Best of times. That was it, Allison. Best of times.
Best of times. That is it. I couldn't think of that movie to save my life. So
there it is. Okay. PGP, Ashley's put her information down there in the comment section. If you want to, we'll leave it up to you two to get that squared up, but you got a mask coming your way.
How about let's do some 80s trivia for a Bruton T-shirt.
Okay.
Also, I want to mention this too, and I saw it, and I saw it's been shared a lot, but if you want a chance at a swing, go to the James Brothers Furniture page, like that page, and share it.
Yeah.
Jesse Rigby and the folks over at James Brothers are giving away a swing. I don't remember the exact date they're going to draw or have the drawing for the swing giveaway, but the post I saw had been shared already over 120, 30 something times. So
I knew about the swing, knew nothing about the star.
I didn't know that.
But I was aware of the swing. I've wanted the shares.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, get over there and share that, like their page, and share that post, and get in where you can fit in for sure. Good morning, Jeff Robinson. Oh, PGP's daughter's a senior.
Okay.
There you go. So
we're going to use the cards for the trivia, but I had a great question for it for the T-shirt. But
no. Let's go ahead and do that. No, we got to do that. Let's do yours.
This would be my question, but we're going to use the card. What top secret identification mark are you going to have on your driver's license effective next October 2021?
And DJ and KJ have no freaking idea.
Oh, if I get to work and find out that everybody at my place of business knows about it except me, I'm going to be furious.
I'm going to tell you, Jesse James said I knew about it. She's told me about it, and I had no idea what was going on. So I can't lay claim that I even knew anything about this because I didn't know anything about it. And I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, so I can't sit here and say that I knew anything about any of that stuff. Okay, so let's do some 80s trivia. We all love trivia. Let's do some 80s trivia for a shirt, a Bruton shirt. And those shirts are cool too. Have you seen them?
I have not.
They're cool. Blue or navy, I think blue or gray is what she said. I'm sorry. Well, DJ is a known swinger.
Hey, Hey,
There's a little girl. I'm gonna leave that one alone. We don't want this thing to run off that fast for sure. Let's see here. Let's go. Trying to find something that may take a little bit to Google up, because you know how people are. I think this is a good one. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this is a good one. Where is it at? Yeah, here we go. All right, DJ. This is that's the answer we're gonna be looking for right there.
yep,
You good?
yep.
Okay, here we go. This is for a Bruton t-shirt, compliments of Connie B. Throwing in a blue or gray Bruton t-shirt. And first correct answer showing on the screen, we will screenshot, will win a blue or gray, your choice, Bruton, I guess Bruton City of Bruton t-shirt, compliments of Connie B. So here we go. What show featured Hollywood stuntman Colt Seavers moonlighting as a bounty hunter? What show featured Hollywood stuntman Colt Seavers moonlighting as a bounty hunter? That music makes me, I don't know, it's almost like hypnotic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What show featured Hollywood stuntman Colt Seavers moonlighting as a bounty hunter? First correct answer that you folks can Google. Oh, that's what's everybody out there right now is Googling the heck out of that. Here we go. Well, no, not yet. Good morning, Kathy Mack.
Morning, Kathy Mack.
Let's see here. What show featured Hollywood stuntman Colt Seavers moonlighting as a bounty hunter? There we go.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner,
Tracy Miller.
chicken dinner. There you go. Tracy
Miller.
and Wendy right behind her. Hot Rod right behind Wendy. The Fall Guy, Lee Majors, Renee Close. Melinda was in with Fall Guy. Yeah. John Blair, Hawaii 5-0. Sarge, you had it. Just a little late. So, y'all see Tracy, you get up with Connie Baggett or get up with one of us and we'll get you in touch with CB, or one of y'all get in touch with each other and she'll get you fixed up with a Bruton t-shirt, blue or gray, compliments of Connie and the city and everybody else involved. Like I said, we got a $10 gift certificate tomorrow to give away from Juvenile Winery. Which one are we giving Neil mask away tomorrow?
We can.
Is that yeah? We'll give away the Neil mask, compliments of so and so, Ashley Morris, and
Might do the Neil and the Flomaton tomorrow.
okay. Well, we do both.
Get them all out.
Yeah, sure. We get it out by the end of the week. That's fine.
I'm looking at the backdrop, and you see the decal in the middle of the field there at Municipal Stadium. And I don't know if everybody knows this or anybody knows this. Therese Sheehan does the artwork in the middle of the field when they choose to put something out there.
Yes,
All right. Have you ever seen her do it?
I have.
I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of math and a lot of science to watching her do that. It's amazing to watch it come together.
It is amazing.
She did one for us down at the Y Baseball Park when we hosted a state tournament, the Cal Ripken State Tournament. And on the hillside there, she did a huge Cal Ripken logo. And we had 7 or 8 teams from all across the state, and everybody that came in went down and put their team strategically placed around it and had their team photos taken. It was the coolest thing ever. But to watch her do it and watch it kind of come to life, it was amazing.
You remember several years ago, you and I and Chief up Monty McGugan, we went up to the stadium one night when she was out there doing that. We were working on the PA system. You remember that?
I remember working on the PA system. Was she also doing the field
remember
that night?
she was out there doing that in the getting ready. I think it was getting ready for the first home game.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what because I think normally don't they do that for homecoming or something?
They usually do it for the opener, homecoming.
Okay, opener. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So because I remember we were up there. That was what was that? That would have been a Tuesday or Wednesday night, something like that. But anyway, I just remember sitting there. I remember mentioning to you that I was amazed that she's able to do that and make it look like that from up where we were looking at it from.
Well, she stakes it out.
Right.
I mean, there's probably 40 or 50 stakes
At
that
least,
she puts out, and she almost corners it up like you do a house.
Yeah.
Like she does a here, and 15 minutes into it, you have no idea what she's doing. But then, like maybe 45 minutes to an hour into it, you say, "Okay, now I see it." But it'd be one of those things if you could video it and kind of like do a time sequence to it, it'd be pretty cool to show. But she's certainly a one of those many talented people we have here in the community, and she's always doing her part to make things a little extra special for those participating. But if anytime you see the logo in the middle of the field, odds are Therese Sheehan has been the head engineer of that.
Does she do the M or the Miller in the end zones as well, or is that?
I don't think so. I'm not certain. I know that she handles the midfield stuff.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see, who that gets. I'm not aging Therese out by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
But I hope somebody else knows how to do it too.
They better start figuring it out.
Yeah.
PGP says she remembers that night too. She was loading the concession stand. Remember, we spent 3 hours up there. If you remember, Jerry Morris was there. Mm-hmm. You remember me and Jerry was standing over in the back corner. I say back, over on the Belleville side. We went from corner to corner, listening to trying to get the acoustics worked out in that thing. And anyway, I just remember being amazed. I remember saying, it was amazing to watch her do what she was doing because I'd never seen how that was done. And so I really was amazed, especially to be able to do that on the field, at the field level, and not have a spotter.
Oh, yeah.
Up top.
She stakes it out. She has a grid.
Yeah.
And, of course, she has her paint team with her. I mean, there's several that go up there and help with the physical painting, but she's got the science and the math side of it down.
No doubt. Book says Teresa's amazing. I agree. That's amazing stuff that she does. John Blair said he and his mom used to do it at Castleberry every year. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure. Math was probably not my strong suit. So not like that. I mean, that's kind of hard to it's hard for me to envision something starting and stopping like that, if that makes sense. So anyway, let's see here. I wanted to we've been touching on here the last several shows. We've been touching on days of the year. Well, today, Thursday, July 30th, we have 5 different things that
there's no telling
today is. The first one I think everybody can love. Today, Thursday, July 30th, is National Cheesecake Day.
Okay, I'm with that. This may shock you, but I'm going to go to Camp 31 today for lunch.
Now, actually, I'd be shocked if you didn't do that.
Well,
So
I'm a patriot first and foremost, and I will go celebrate.
Yeah,
winning.
The next one, it is National Father-in-Law Day.
Okay,
I can be down with that.
Yeah.
I don't know about this next one. Maybe I don't know. National Whistleblower Day. Book said that Therese used to do it all. Well, outlined it, and we colored it in. So, okay. PGP says somebody was making fun of Monty's on the 30, on the 31, the 32 that night.
I think he actually went, he's at the 48, the 49, the 50, he's at the 51, the 52.
That's exactly right. You remember we did clown him.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Well. The birthday boy's in.
Oh, is it?
Birthday yesterday.
It was. We already mentioned it, but happy belated birthday, Butcher. We talked about you a little earlier. Everybody's favorite farmer. So let's see here. Amanda Ogwin says Teresa's her classmate. No, not at all. What we're saying is at some point Teresa's going to want to pass that torch to somebody, and somebody better be figuring out how she's doing it. Let's say that. Let's see. John Blair says steaks and a string and a lot of paint. Well, there you go. You have a blessed Thursday as well, Sandy. Professor Obar says National Learn About the Star Day. Okay. Next one on the list for us, it's National, I know you can get with this, maybe, National Chili Dog Day.
Yeah.
You a chili dog fan?
Sure.
I'm not so much of a hot dog fan.
If they're grilled, I like them.
Now I like grilled ones, but the
like
ones they
grilled.
boil and that kind of thing, I ain't with that. I don't know. And the last but not least is Bill Clinton's favorite day. It's National Intern Day.
There you go. There you have it.
So I think everyone, I think we could just start making up what today is. And I think we could probably have a proclamation made for it. What you think?
You never know. You just never know what tomorrow's going to bring in terms of what we're going to recognize.
Why can't we have 31 renamed Champion Highway?
I've actually looked into that, and there's no chance of that happening.
Okay, why?
Not by the state.
Because it's a federal highway?
No, it's just not going to happen.
Is it because of the bureaucracy involved, or and I'm just asking out of ignorance. Is it just too much to do?
It's just not going to happen. There's no chance.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: how do these like streets and things and highways, how do they get named? Is it a I'm not talking about 31. Just any. Is that a local thing? Is that a state thing? Or
I think that possibly municipalities could put up a sign if they chose to in their jurisdiction, maybe like Tiger Drive or Stadium Street or something like that. Right. But in terms of
on the state level,
but in terms of a state highway or federal highway, it's not going to happen.
Sure. So when you see like on the the interstate, this bridge, whatever, named for this or named for that, is that something? That interstate obviously is that a state thing or is that a federal?
That's federal.
So then that goes to a whole different thing. I got you. Well, hey, it's always worth asking.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is Bruton City could say from the city limits to the out city limits on the other side of 31, they could name it that.
I think they could put up a sign on the side of the road, like on the right of way, maybe saying something to that effect.
Sure.
But it would not have an official designation in the state's eyes.
I got you. Well, that makes sense. Yes, no doubt. Yeah, and Teresa is a hit in the neighborhood each Halloween with her granny character. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
It's she hits that nail on the head for sure. Teresa is phenomenally talented. Yes, she is. Ashley says, shout out to her daughter Sam. She turned 18 yesterday. How about that?
Who's this?
Ashley Morris's daughter Sam.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Didn't know that. Tracy Miller says grilled with a little char.
That's the way I like them.
Yeah, a little burn on them. Makes it all better for sure. So I was trying to think and getting back to some of the things that we were touching on and seeing that were going on. Anything else come out? All I read was about the mask being extended through the 31st. Anything else come out of that of note?
Once again, I scanned it, so I didn't see anything more than that. That was the
That was the headline.
That was the bullet point I took from it.
Yeah. Well, I know we was talking earlier. You had spoke to Coach Hubbard. Have you talked to Coach Williams or any other coaches around? Maybe Coach Vickery or any of those guys about what they foresee or see happening.
I talked to talked to Andrew a couple of weeks ago. I hadn't spoken with him in probably 2 weeks. And of course, they had the little deal that they put out with 3 or 4 of them testing positive. I'm not sure how they've worked around that or bounced back from it. I'm sure they have, but I'll try to run him down sometime next week.
I was just curious as to what they, what they would, what someone would think and that kind of thing.
Still putting together our softball game.
Yeah. Okay.
We're shooting for next Friday. We're certainly trying to be respectful of the school activities, and many of these young ladies play in their respective high school bands. They have band camp and things ongoing. We're certainly not going to take away from any of that for this, but I'm just telling you, and this won't be the last time I talk about it. If we get that game put together with the red and blue, the Murder Creek softball teams, you're going to want to watch that. We're going to try to do our part to broadcast it on BMP Sports if it works out. But if you want to see a good competitive athletic event, these young ladies go at it, and they are good, really good. Shooting for next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yep.
To be played at the Y.
Mm-hmm.
And
best 2 out of 3.
What time-ish?
We'll probably start at 6-ish. Probably have an hour time limit, an hour and 15-minute time limit on the first 2 games. And then if there were a if game, there's a little format in place where you play a 2-inning game, an abbreviated game to settle all of it. And we would do something like that.
So you're talking about best 2 out of 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
And do it all in one night.
How many innings the first 2 games?
It's a time limit.
Oh, it's a time
limit, yeah.
Okay. What is that time limit normally?
When they play tournament play, it's usually an hour. We would probably play an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay, well.
But that will be good. And once we get a deadline or a date firmed up, we're going to do our part to promote it on the BMP Sports page. And if you don't have plans, tentatively speaking, for next Friday, stop by and grab you a fish basket at Davis Catfish and come on down to the Y Park and watch the Murder Creek softball league. The young ladies from Miller, Neal, Flomaton, and Jay square off a couple of more times. It'll be good stuff.
Well, would we need to encourage everyone to bring their own snacks and that type of thing?
That's why I said stop by Davis Catfish and get you a fish basket. There will be no concession stand.
Right.
There will be restrooms available, but no concession stand.
And that's been that way all throughout the summer, has it not?
It has.
So there you go. Make sure you bring your own and, food and drink and snacks and what have you. DJ and Allison Terrell on the call.
That's right.
So
that's exactly right.
That'll be something to see for sure. Something to see if we can set it all up and make it happen. We can do that. I'm not saying we can't. I'm just, so let's see here. What else was I going to mention that I had found or was looking at this morning? How about this? KFC released its fried chicken scented Crocs on Tuesday, and they sold out within 90 minutes.
Say that again.
KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, released its fried chicken scented Crocs on Tuesday, and they sold out within 90 minutes. The bucket clogs went for $60 a pair, with $3 from each sale going toward the KFC Foundation's Employee Scholarship Fund. I don't know if I would want a pair of shoes that smelled like KFC chicken, because I'd probably gain 40 pounds from just walking around smelling it all day, every day.
That seems like an odd item to sell to me.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
Where do you find this information?
Well, it's I subscribe to this thing that gives me this service that gives me some headlines of every morning at 5 a.m.
Okay.
And sends me an email. So I can't actually say the source of it because I'm not real sure. I can tell you this, it's all sourced very well. Let me just say that. This is a national service that goes out to a lot of TV, radio, print, obviously podcast, that kind of thing, if you want to say we're a podcast. I guess that's what you would call it.
We've been called worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we say South Alabama's #1 podcast.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the case, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Sarge makes a good, but the only good thing about COVID, getting to watch the NBA Finals, World Series, golf tours, and of course football all in the fall. Crazy. As a sports fan, I'm super excited. Now softball too.
Yeah, it is kind of wild, and this could be the new norm. You know, you just play when you can. Shut it down for 3 months. Everybody go out, every sport, play 4 or 5 games, shut it down, wait 3 or 4 months, go get some more.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about burning your vehicle down?
No. The Platinum? Are you crazy?
Not just that. I mean, just any. Like, of all the vehicles you've had.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever thought about that? Has the thought ever entered your mind? A woman in Michigan was arrested after setting a Jeep on fire.
Say it again.
A woman in Michigan was arrested after setting a Jeep on fire. The incident was caught on video.
Well, she should have been.
Showing this woman dousing a black Jeep with gasoline and setting it on fire. When the vehicle ignited, she got knocked back about 10 or 15 feet by the explosion.
I saw the video on Facebook.
As for why she torched the Jeep, the owner says she has no idea.
I saw the video on Facebook.
You did?
It was surreal to watch it.
So did she give any indication as to why she was doing this?
Oh, she wasn't talking.
Oh.
She went in with gasoline, poured in the front seat, had one of those lighters that you light candles with, and when she touched it, her sweater jacket went this way, and she went that way. I mean, she was like at treetop height. It was crazy. And the guy, it appeared to me that it was a disgruntled girlfriend, because a guy ran to the vehicle trying to put the fire out.
Oh, really?
As opposed to going to check on her to see if she came out of the palm tree. But if you see it on Facebook today, you'll watch it 15 or 20 times like I did.
I mean, what is up with that?
Crazy.
What is up with that?
Crazy.
Speaking of videos on Facebook and that kind of thing, can you? I obviously was out of pocket yesterday. Can you help explain to me why this video of these doctors that are talking about the virus, why does that video keep getting taken down?
I have no idea.
Have you seen the video?
I have not. I've heard it mentioned. I've certainly heard it talked about, and it's been on several threads on Facebook. But no, I haven't seen it.
I mean, every time I see it posted, if you click on it to watch it, it's been taken down. Is it misinformation? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Maybe somebody watching can help us or help me understand that. I don't know, but I'm just curious as to why that is taken down. If it is truly medical doctors that are giving information about it, I'm not sure why that would be taken down. Yesterday they had big tech CEOs I guess, talking to Congress about things and that kind of thing. And, you know, you a guy that likes to read a lot of articles and stuff. Do you think that
I scan.
Okay, I'm sorry. You like to scan articles. Do you think that like take Google for example? Do you think Google has reached the level that AT&T was in the early 80s where they kind of control the flow of all information in the world?
Yes.
Do you think they should be do you think that the government should have the authority to break them up, so to speak, like they did AT&T in the early 80s? I mean, antitrust laws talk about that, but I'm saying, do you think it's? Let me back up a second. Do you think it's good that everybody that we know, us included, if we go to look for information, we talked about a while ago, everybody's Googling it. Okay, Google is turned into a verb. When your company turns into a verb in the vocabulary of a nation or the world, do you think that you have got so big that you might be that governments around the world might be a little scared of you?
Yeah, they're that big.
What is your opinion on that? Do you think that's something that that should be or shouldn't be?
I've got mixed emotions on it, and I don't have real strong feelings on either side of it. I see both cases of it, certainly.
I got to be honest with you.
That would be a fight that I would probably watch as opposed to
Get in.
Yeah,
I got to be honest with you. And reading back to the history of the AT&T breakup, I never understood why they broke them up.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't. I just didn't understand what breaking a telephone company up had to do with antitrust, except maybe they thought they were making too much money. But if that's the case, then are you going to break Amazon up? I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I just, I'm just not sure about how all that goes. So, let's see. A lot of people in there saying those doctors are speaking the truth.
I believe everything that I see and or scan on Facebook.
Winning.
Somehow,
100%.
Somehow I knew that was coming.
100%.
I knew without a shadow of a doubt that you were about to say that because for years I've heard you say that. How could you not believe everything you see on and scan on Facebook?
It's there.
It's got to be the truth.
It's got to be the truth.
I mean,
people wouldn't mislead.
No,
wouldn't do that.
Nobody would put out misinformation.
It cause anarchy.
I mean, why would they do that?
They wouldn't.
I mean, I don't understand it. Okay, here we go. Melanie French said yesterday, Zuckerberg said that it goes against what the WHO and CDC are saying, using that as their source of truth. It is labeled as misinformation. Let me say this about that. I said this earlier. The CDC every day comes out with something different. And now they're telling people that they shouldn't be tested for 3 months. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just so confused as to why the back and forth of what the CDC claims the guidelines are daily. I don't know. So Jesse James says one of the doctors also claimed doctors make medicine from using DNA taken from aliens. Okay. Are there aliens? I mean,
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do when I leave here. When I leave here in a minute, I'm gonna go to Walmart and I'm gonna get some bread and toilet paper. And I understand they're gonna release some water up at Gant Lake today, a little bit later. And there's a Category 6 storm.
It's a great possibility that the Brim's about to flood.
Hey man, I'm going to get my TP and my bread. I'm gonna be okay.
Look at there. Therese says, "Cool backdrop."
There you go, Therese.
Good morning, Therese. She has.
Yes,
that's right. That's right. Absolutely. And it is very cool. Very cool. We were just speaking about you earlier and about somebody better get ready to get the torch passed at some point in time, because when you decide to retire, it's going to be hard. I'd hate to have to follow her.
Well, I think she's one of those. I think they're not going to let her retire.
Well, I mean, listen, I get that,
Yeah.
but I don't know how much that gig pays.
Oh, it pays great.
Yeah,
It pays nothing.
right. But at some point,
Yeah.
it would have to be a time where she's like, "Look, I'm had enough," So, but it's awesome, Therese. I don't have any idea how you do that. I mean, it's great though, and especially how you make it look from up above without anybody from up above.
I mentioned the Cal Ripken logo that she did for us at the Y.
Yes.
And of course, if you've been down there, you've seen the hillside on the top baseball field and the enormity of it.
Yes.
And she came down and she was talking about what size are we looking for? And I said, 40 by 40. And if death had a visual look to it, Therese gave me that.
You got it.
Yeah. But I tell you what, she did it, and it was beautiful. I mean, it was amazing.
She did it 40 by 40?
I don't know how big it was. It covered the whole hill. I mean, you think about being down on the baseball field, look at that hillside, and it was the Cal Ripken logo. It was amazing.
I'm going to tell you. I mean, that's,
everybody got their picture made around it. Everybody.
I don't doubt it.
Good keepsake.
DJ, you just started a run on milk and eggs and Lysol and Clorox wipes and toilet paper and water and everything else.
I'm telling you, they're Gant's releasing the water at supposedly 3 p.m. So that gives us about an hour and 20 minutes.
Sherry Weaver says she's got frappe coming out of her nose. Well, let's stay on that. You know what we got to do? We got to run.
Tell you what, get that star.
Y'all better watch it.
Secret identification on the driver's license.
Better watch that creek rising. Yeah, secret identification. Like, is that like a membership star to some club that we not? Maybe they didn't want us in the club. I'm
going to have a lot more information about this tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope
can promise
you do.
I'm going to spend the better part of my day finding out why I'm not on the mailer, how come I'm not in the loop, and how can this thing rock on for 2 years, and I have no idea.
I mean, Therese wants to know, can she be buried under midfield? Midfield, 50-yard line.
I tell you what, if the family was cool with it, that would be an appropriate place for her to be. She's put in a lot of time on that midfield logo.
I'll tell you what, yes, she has. So, Connie B says, Therese is, in fact, an alien.
She has superpowers.
She certainly does. Way more so than you and I. We got to go.
All right, it's been a great Thursday. Appreciate everybody being in. If you have some time to waste tomorrow, get back in with us and we'll wrap the week up. Remember, water being released at 3 p.m. Bread, TP, wipes, mask. Star if you have a chance. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all.